How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse. I'm here with Bob Fay, footwear merchandiser at ASICS, and today we are going to be taking a look at the ASICS Gel Nimbus Lite 3. That's right, the Nimbus Lite is back. It wasn't that long ago that the Nimbus kind of split up into two silos. We have the standard Nimbus, and then of course the Nimbus Lite. It was always built to be a little bit lighter, a little bit faster, but still have that plush underfoot experience you've come to know and love with the Nimbus. Bob, first on up, give us a little bit of a rundown on this latest version. What do we have different with the Nimbus Lite 3?
Yeah, this has kind of been built, as you said, side by side along Nimbus, and the brief here is the kind of cushioning of a Nimbus in a package lighter than the Cumulus, and then also with sustainable componentry. So with this, we want to push forward on all fronts. We want to get more cushion, softer underfoot. We want to get lighter and really reduce weight all around, and then get a little lighter on the planet as well from a sustainability standpoint.
Yeah, and first on up, let's talk about the midsole. From a looks perspective, we saw a big update from 1 to 2, and now looking at 2 to 3, it looks fairly similar, but putting it on foot, it actually does have a slightly different underfoot experience. Can you tell us about the foam compound here?
Yeah, so underfoot, you've got flight foam with a eco material injected into it that adds durability and decreases weight. And then we've also lowered the durometer underfoot. So you get a softer feel that reduces weight as well with lower density foam there. So definitely from a visual standpoint, consistent, but when you step it on, you really feel that difference.
All right, moving on down to the outsole. This is another huge talking point. We saw it in the last version, no truss stick system. Can you tell us about some of the benefits of eliminating that truss stick system, how it's gonna feel on foot, and why you choose to do that compared to a truss stick system in the standard version?
Yeah, that Nimbus runner has always expected kind of that structure and supportiveness of a truss stick, so we felt like with the brief on the Lite series, we could open it up, get a little more wild with how we built the shoe underfoot. So pulling that out and experimenting with the geometry, the shaping of the tooling, how we applied the outsole, able to deliver kind of a similar stable ride underfoot without the added weight of that kind of plastic element in the midfoot there.
Yeah, and from a rubber standpoint, again, same layout as that last version. Why do you use this compound compared to maybe a little bit more durable compound you see in the standard Nimbus?
Yeah, just again, focusing on weight. One other piece with the outsole, you do have some gender specificity to it. So the men's has a little more rubber applied to the midfoot, a little more structuring there for somebody who's typically a little heavier. The women's a bit more flexible, a bit smoother ride for her.
Now, bringing this shoe all together, we got to talk about the upper. We've got a new design, and this is really going to be the main visual change in this shoe. Can you talk about the new materials used and how it's going to feel on foot?
Yeah, so overall going to just kind of a cleaner aesthetic with a new engineered mesh upper. It's lighter weight, and then it's higher in terms of recycled content. So again, lighter on foot, lighter on the earth.
Well, Bob, I feel like we keep hearing those key phrases, sustainability, lighter weight, and this is just going to take a lot of those key philosophies of the last version, but just make it a little bit lighter for those performance benefits. And then, of course, the sustainability benefits are always a nice little addition that I think people are more and more asking moving forward, because that is a hot topic. How can you do things that are better for the environment? So I think that is a nice little selling point here with the Nimbus Lite 3. The last thing I want to talk about here on the upper is going to be the tongue. We saw this in the Nimbus 24. You noted that so many testers were enjoying this tongue, so it seems like you had to bring it over into the Lite. Can you talk a little bit about the tongue design?
Exactly, yeah. So bringing this to wear testers, this kind of knit tongue has been raved about. It sits flat against the foot. It really locks in, dials in the fit, but it's got some kind of depth to it, so you still get a little bit of plushness without all that bulk. From a fit standpoint, really wraps the midfoot, locks you in. In this version, it's about 80% recycled content weaved into that knit. So once again, sustainable, light, comfortable. Nimbus Lite really checks all the boxes.
Well, Bob, I'm excited for the Nimbus Lite 3. The Nimbus Lite 2 was a favorite. It was smooth, it was bouncy, it had everything you need for a variety of training needs, and now I think with version 3, you're gonna get some small upgrades that are gonna further elevate the line. I think the final question I have for you is, for someone who's maybe on the fence on getting a Nimbus Lite versus a standard Nimbus, why might you want either of them in your training lineup?
Yeah, I think the Nimbus is still focused on kind of that core recovery shoe. It's got some more stability to it. It's got some more overall plushness, whereas this, you can definitely pick up the pace as well. So a little more versatility here. This can work if you need one shoe in the rotation, whereas Nimbus is a bit more specialized overall.
Yeah, you know, I think hearing that the Nimbus Lite really is a shoe that fits in my own training lineup, but you really are going to have to feel out for yourself which shoe is going to work best for your own training needs. If you're looking to get the Nimbus Lite 3 on your feet, Bob, when can you have it?
Yeah, you'll see this in February of 22.
Perfect. If you're looking to get the Nimbus Lite 3 on your feet, it'll be available here at Running Warehouse.